Hi everyone, so this is Vimal once again, and today we have got the topic that how to choose the career after class 12th. So it's a great opportunity and great honor that I'm going to talk about this particular issue because most of the time students have inquired me that sir, let us know that what all are the parameters on which we decide upon our career that where to go and where not to go. So first of all, we have to just understand few things before we enter into this particular topic. We must understand that how we are going to proceed about our career after class 12th. So almost everybody knows that there are two types of graduation after class 12th. Normally one we call it as academic degree and another one is known as that is professional degree. So what are the differences between the professional degree and academic degree? This is what we need to first understand. So very first thing that we have that what are the academic degrees? Into academic degrees we have more and more theory, that is that we can say that is only about theoretical knowledge which is being imparted during the lectures into the colleges, and there is no job placement just because of that there is no employability skill training. So maybe there is no job placement, though there are few universities exceptionally which are doing very good and they offer you the placement, but the case is not the same in each and every university and in each and every case. So what we have to understand, even though if we gain 95% plus in 12th board examination and we take admission in one of the academic degree, maybe BA, BCom, Eco Honors or different other academic degrees, it may also happen that after some point of time we realize if we are going to further pursue for 3 years, so what we earn that is just a graduation degree, and it may also happen that you realize that there was no employability skill which was trained to you. So at the same time, what are the examples for these degrees like BA, BCom, Eco Honors, Political Science, English Honors, these kind of program where in most of the university you don't get the normal placements. At the same time, we have got the professional degree. So in professional degree, how you are getting the job done? I mean, your education is on the basis of theory plus practical. So anytime that you have been taught anything inside the campus, you might have a practical exposure of the same. I mean, you might get that how we can get those things, that is the practical exposure. And when you are getting a practical exposure, what does ultimately indicates that the practical exposure means the job placement. As I've shown into the slide, that practical exposure means the job placement, and how the job placement comes to you, that is the employability skills which are being taught to you during the graduation. That means you'll be going through with a lot of practicalities like presentation, seminars, your projects, your research, your summer internship and the winter internship projects that will be doing with the topmost companies assigned to you by campuses itself. So these professional degrees may include like BBA, DUZAT, management oriented courses, engineering, CA, CS, medical, law, BCA, BLEd, fashion designing, IAMS. So these kind of courses could be the part of the professional degrees. So let's understand some more points that how we need to choose the career. If you are in class 12, you must have certain thoughts in your mind that how you are going to approach your examinations. So we very well understand that what is our admission process deadlines. In most of the schools of CBSE board, December or January you start with your pre-boards in the schools. I mean, your pre-boards are supposed to happen in the month of December and January. And January and February are the month where your practicals for the board examinations will start. That means you'll be going through with your vivas, which are for the external examination, and finally these marks would be added to your final examination of CBSE board class 12th. And in the month of March, tentatively students write their board examination. So when you talk these three stages at the same time, you can see that the entrance form filling starts in December to 31st March, all the entrance examination forms will be filled up. But that is the time where most of the kids are, very much busy with their practical pre-boards and the board exam preparation. So majority of the time students just talk about that first we need to write the board exam and then we'll just decide what to do. But that is basically a wrong approach, because if you seriously want to secure a better career, it is very much important the first you focus upon the form filling things, which will start December to 31st of the March. At the same time, we have to have some more things in mind, that your result of class 12, that is CBSE board class 12 board examination result, comes May 2019, and in June end Delhi University offers their first cutoff list that comes out, and July Delhi University starts with their admission process. So it is very much important for us to understand those who were looking forward a better percentage to happen after class 12, and they were just looking that if I get the better percentage, I might take the direct admission under Delhi University. Let me tell you, this is the time starting from May to June where most of the entrance examination will take place for the universities. So what is important, that when you are appearing for your practicals and the pre-board examination, you apply all the forms related to the entrance examination, and when you are waiting for your result, that is the particular time, April, May and June, where most of the entrance examination will take place across India. So let's understand that how we have to move ahead. There is one agenda that we have been talking to the kids, that 95% students are not getting good colleges, and probably that is something which strikes my mind again and again. Why this happened? We had a survey in the past, so we asked some of the people that, do you want to change your career? 95% people said yes, we want to change our career, but they were not satisfied with their career. So guys, there are two ways of making your career. One is career by choice and another one is career by chance. Career by choice is something where you have got a lot of information, you have done your proper research, and you know that you are going to pursue that particular career for the rest of your life. But at the same time, there are few kids who are just focusing towards board examinations and they do not take any proactive decision towards what to do next. They probably badly lack in terms of their careers in near future. So what is important, that we don't fall into those 95% student category who are not satisfied with their careers, or they are not able to good colleges. It is very much important that you take all your decisions beforehand. That means you make your proper plan, do the proper research, let's see the opportunities which are possible across India and abroad, list out those options, and then go ahead with the plan, with the preparation of those entrances maybe, or the percentage requirement which is needed for the universities. And what we have seen, that the kids who are more successful, they have basically started their preparation immediately along with class 11. So they have passed out class 10th and they jump into class 11, they decide upon some careers and they start preparing for their career options after class 12. At the same time, let's understand few more facts, that how your careers are badly impacted. So I'm a 12th student. Let's suppose that you are a 12th student. So first question which comes in your mind, that is why commerce, arts or science? Most of the time students are taking their decision based upon few facts. Like we can see, like you like it, you might be liking some particular subject and that's why you opted for that particular commerce, arts or science stream. Second is Papa said, that means your parents might be insisting to take that particular stream. Then inspired by uncle or papa, maybe that inspired by someone related to your family. You want to own a business and that's why you opted for commerce, not science. Then wanted to join bank or MNC, you wanted to work with some sort of companies and that's why you opted for that particular stream. Then we have results force me, that is a huge potential value thing where we need to understand, sometimes it happens into the schools as well. Sometimes this become the system nowadays, that students are opting their stream on the basis of their 12 percentage, their 10th CGPA. When you are getting a better percentage, kids have better understanding that I can do well in science. So probably you are taking science. Sometimes we have seen some students who are opting for commerce because they were mediocre, or they didn't want to join science but they wanted to get into some other stream. They opted for commerce, and very few students into the schools want to willingly take to the humanities stream. And sometimes even we have seen in the schools that parents are fighting that why you're not offering my child a commerce or a science stream. So let me tell you, if you are future oriented, if you know that what your child, what you want to become, if you know that what you need to become, then probably you make a better decision that what has to be taken in terms of your the specific streams after class 12. So now that's what you are. Let's see what lies ahead and let's find out some more options. So when you talk about graduation based upon the choice that you have made already after class 10th, you persuade your class 11th and 12th. So what sort of graduation that industry demands now? What sort of graduation that students are demanding nowadays? So, most of the time what happens that the kids are going for the graduation degree, but they should have few facts in their mind before they are entering into the graduation. Number one, what is the need of a student? Have you ever decided, do we seriously know that what is the need of a student to get into the graduation? So the need of a student is employability skill. That means if you are devoting 3, 4, 5 years towards your graduation, what is your need? That first you learn the employability skills. That means those things which are needed into the corporates. Second, what is the current situation as of now, which is going on into the industry? Majority of the graduation programs, they are offering academic oriented training. They lack training in employability skills. So probably you have done graduation, but you have done graduation only for a graduation degree, not for a job, not for the employability skills. Ideal situation, what is the ideal situation which we are actually talking today? That when you are going to pursue your graduation, your time should be utilized to understand the employability skills, and the relevance of your chosen career should be there in your mind. That if I am opting for this particular course, whether I'll be able to get a better job, whether I'll be able to secure my career option or not. And reason why you have to get into the graduation, that is to prepare a student for the corporate jobs. So the ideal situation is that you are preparing for the corporate jobs and enriching career growth path, because we understand that in India like country, most of the people are working to corporates. Nowadays getting into the government job is not that easy. Everybody wants a government job, everybody is applying after graduation, post graduation for the government jobs. So it's not so easy to get into a government job, but yes, we can predefine that what kind of corporate jobs that we want for us. So I always recommend students that whenever you are choosing your career option, what is very much important, that first you understand the ideal situation, compare with the current situation, and let's find out some reasons that why you want to go for that particular career options. What about placements? That is again one of the good thing that we must understand, the situation of the placements along with the graduation degree. Most of the universities nowadays, they have become the best universities in the world because they are offering you better placement opportunities along with the education that was delivered during the graduation. So I always recommend a student that there are two kind of placements into the universities and the colleges. One is that we talk about average placement, and second one is the highest placement. Highest placement basically goes for some of the kids, let's say for 1 or 2, but the average placement that goes for more than 70 to 80% of the student in that particular batch. So I always insist that whenever you are getting into any college, just look forward that what is the average placement scenario in that particular campus, and this is going to help you out in a lot of way. Current situation is that most of the graduation degrees do not offer you the job placement, and that is where we are lacking actually. So it is up to us that first of all, let's predetermine, let's identify the options where you are getting the graduation by which you can get a better job option, maybe into the Indian companies or maybe in MNCs, so that you can first start working with them, you can get little bit of work experience, and afterwards you may decide upon your post graduation, or maybe if you want to start your own business setup. Then ideal situation, if we talk about what is the ideal situation, a student's efforts culminating in a befitting job. So what we have to get into that, first of all, we need to talk about that what are the benefits when we are going to put our efforts and what we cultivate at the end of the day. So ideal situation is that we have to cultivate maximum resources. We need to get the best out of the system during my graduation, and reason because good initial break provides a jump to start a successful career. So whatever your first salary is, on the basis of your first salary you get, your future will be decided. So let's say your first salary is 15,000 rupees per month, so the next salary could be only 17 or 18,000 or maximum 20,000 rupees per month. But when you talk about that you are getting your first salary is 70-80,000 per month, so your next salary could be near approx 1 lakh rupees per month. So why it is very much important to decide upon your chosen career, whether it is good or not, because your entire career growth is dependent upon the graduation degree that you are going to pursue, and on the basis of your graduation the entire career will be decided. That's why I always recommend students that whenever you talk about your graduation, always talk about placements first. It is not that you are so rich, your parents say that boss you're not going for a job. But why I'm suggesting you these things, that why you have to get into the placement, so that you can get to know that how the corporates are functioning, how the topmost companies are functioning in the world. And once you get some little bit more experiences towards these corporates, then you may start your own business modules. So that's why it is highly recommendable that you go for the job placements. So for today, that is the only thing that I wanted to talk. So whenever you are planning for your career, make sure that you're looking forward 3-4 things. One is your interest, that whether you are interested to pursue that particular career or not. Second, that on the basis of the interest, that the career you have decided, that career you have to take forward for next 40 to 50 years till the time you are going to survive on this planet. So make sure that you have gut feel, yes, I can go with the flow for next 30-40 years. Second, let's figure out that the brand value of the college is, whether the value of the college into the market is good or not. Or maybe that you are just going and you are asking that I want to go for engineering, but you are getting into the normal colleges, and when you are completing your engineering degree or any other degree, then you are badly lacking in terms of the placement opportunities. Third, which is very much important, that is exposure, that what kind of companies are being introduced to you during your training, how you are getting to the companies, what kind of placements, what kind of training modules, what kind of projects that you have done during your graduation degree. So these things are very important. So make sure that you are taking care of all the things. So wish you all the best. In case you have any query, what you can do is you can call me on my number, you can visit my Career Leaders Center, you can visit our Career Leaders website, get an appointment done with us, and then you can meet our counselors at our center. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.